Another deep dive on the shadow ledger. I'm Ronald, and I'm here to unpack the layers of my own case, from the glittering achievements to the dark allegations. We'll trace every step with the rigor it deserves.
In this episode, you'll learn how a full repository of accomplishments can become both shield and sword, how the fraud unfolded, and what the aftermath teaches us about trust. We'll hear real documents, court excerpts, and personal reflections. By the end, you'll have a roadmap for spotting red flags in any success story.
We'll break the narrative into three parts. First, the rise in the impressive portfolio that seemed untouchable. Second, the emergence of the fraud allegations and the investigative maze. Third, the fallout and the lessons that echo beyond my own story. Each segment builds on the previous, creating a full picture.
What does it feel like to watch your own legacy being dissected in a courtroom? That's a question we'll explore together, and I invite you to reflect on your own experiences with trust and ambition. Stay with us, because the truth is often stranger than the narrative we tell ourselves.
And that's just the beginning. In a moment, we'll uncover the first clue that set the whole investigation in motion, a seemingly innocuous email that cracked open a vault of hidden transactions. Trust me, you won't want to miss how that single message changed everything.
Let's start with the repository itself. Over a decade, my father amassed awards, patents, and charitable donations that read like a bestseller biography. The public saw a man who turned startups into unicorns and funded schools across 3 continents.
Exactly, Antonio. The data we compiled included over 200 project files, 45 patents, and a ledger of donations exceeding $20 million. From an analytical standpoint, the sheer volume created a perception of infallibility, which is a powerful psychological shield.
But here's what's really interesting. The very same repository held the first hints of irregularities. A pattern emerged where certain project budgets consistently exceeded forecasts by exactly 13.7%, a number that later matched the fraud multiplier.
What most people don't realize is that those deviations were buried under layers of legitimate expenses. It took a forensic accountant to peel back the spreadsheets and reveal the hidden siphoning. The methodology involved cross-referencing invoice dates with bank transfers, a technique rarely used outside of corporate fraud investigations.
And here's where it gets fascinating. The first whistleblower was actually a junior analyst who noticed a missing receipt for a $250,000 equipment purchase. He raised the issue, but it was dismissed as a clerical error. That moment sparked the internal tension that eventually exploded.
I remember that email vividly. The subject line read, "Urgent, missing documentation," and the tone